Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما. We are going to start lesson 6 from Unit 2, that is Jussive particles, Al-Huruf Al-Jazimah. And the Huruf Al-Jazimah are the particles that makes the Mudare Majzoom. In the sense, if it was the normal form is yaf'alu or yansuru or yadribu, right? Or yaf'alani, yaf'aluna, all those things. And if the mudare is preceded with these particles, then these particles would make the mudare majzoom. Okay, that is which gives sukun. If it was yaf'alu, it becomes yaf'al, and if it was yaf'alani, then the noon drops. And yaf'aluna, same for the plural as well. And we have already learned in our previous lessons like what the mudare majzoom is. So li is should. You all repeat after me. La, and the words are li, la, lam, lamma, in, wal, and fal. You have to add those two. So li is should. This li we have not or should not, right? And lam is did not or was not. And lamma is not yet or when. In is if. Okay. Lamma, in, wal, and fal. Okay. And yeah, there are three status of the ism, right? Like we have ha or yasma'a, and the line jussive, which means yansur or yatah, or indicate with ma or the or just ending, that is un al tra. Have a so kasra at it, never. So it will stop, but that the so now for the future, the first one case is verbs. Okay. So as you all know, the Mudari chart, that is, what is the Mudari chart? Can someone tell me?
يفعلوا يفعلان يفعلون تفعلوا تفعلين تفعلان
هي
تفعلون
تفعلوا ليس تفعلين. هي ليس أنت.
No, she said تفعلوا.
I heard it like تفعلين.
Oh, next. Oh, yeah, go on.
sorry.
Nope, we are learning.
No
Don't
problem.
be sorry.
We're all
We are
struggling
learning.
to learn this. Yes.
أفعلوا يفعل
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else who want to say the Mudari chart?
يفعلوا يفعلان فعلان فعلنا
MashaAllah.
actually struggling. Thank you, Sister Sami.
You're welcome. Oh, mashallah, you are putting a lot of efforts. May Allah accept it from all of us. Ameen. Okay. So yeah, we all know that it will have a sukoon except for the two words, that is feminine plurals, third person and the second person feminine plural, hunna yansurna or antunna tansurna. Okay. So the conjugation table for the jussive particle is same, like we already did in our previous lesson, la, right? So it becomes la yaf'al, la yaf'ala, la yaf'alu. This chart you already know, right? So same with lam yaqtul, it becomes lam yaqtula, lam yaqtulu. And you all have to make the chart. Okay? So when any of the above words precede the mudare, present or future tense. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, when any of the above words precede the mudare, that is present or future tense, the verb will end with a sukoon instead of a dhamma. Li meaning should is used for imperative third and first persons. This has been discussed in detail in lesson 4, right? And la meaning don't or should not is used for prohibition. This also has been discussed in detail in lesson 5. Lam meaning did not or was not is used for forceful negation, okay? And of an act which never happened or was never done. Besides changing the i'rab, the lam also changes the present or future tense into past tense, okay? We'll take some examples. So let's make the chart. Who can make the chart with lam? Who want to make the chart with lam and qatala yaqtulu? Who want to make the chart with lam?
لم يقتل
Yes, mashallah. Yeah. And
Islam.
lam is did not or was not. Okay? So it's he did not kill. Okay, sister, go ahead. Lam yaqtul.
لم يقتل لم يقتلا ألم يقتلوا لم تقتل. It's going on the phone. لم تقتلا لم يقتلنا.
Next.
لم تقتل لم
Yeah.
تقتلا لم تقتلوا.
Very good, mashallah.
لم تقتلي لم تقتلا لم
Mhm.
تقتلنا.
Mashallah. Very good.
لم أقتل لم نقتل لم نقتل.
Mashallah. Very good. So the translation would be Lam yaqtul, he did not kill, or they both did not kill, or you did not kill, or I did not kill, or we both did not kill. Okay? And next, who want to make the chart with lamma with yadribu? So what does it become? Becomes lamma yadrib. Who want to try this chart? Anyone who want to make the majzoom chart using the Jussive particles? Lamma yadrib. Anyone? Okay, so it's the same. It's just make the mudari majzoom. It becomes lamma yadrib, lamma yadriba, lamma yadribu. He have not yet hit. Lamma, the meaning is not yet or when. Okay, he have not yet hit. They both have not yet hit. They all have not yet hit. Lamma tadrib, just the mudari becomes majzoom. Lamma tadriba, lamma yadribna, lamma tadrib, lamma tadriba, lamma tadribu, lamma tadribi, Lamma tadriba, lamma tadribna, you all have not yet hit. Okay? Lamma adrib, I have not yet hit. Lamma nadrib, we both or we all have not yet hit. Same with in. Okay? If in followed by a mudari, then that mudari will become majzoom. In yasma', in yasma'a, in yasma'u. In tasma', in tasma'a, in yasma'na. This noon will not drop. In tasma', إن تسمع إن تسمعوا إن تسمعي إن تسمع إن تسمعنا إن أسمع إن نسمع. Okay, so let's take examples. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay, لم يلد ولم يولد. Now tell me, what are the Jussive particles and what changes is happening? What change is happening?
لم يولد لم يلد.
Yeah.
So the
what is
verb
happening?
yelid is majzoom because of lam.
Very good, mashallah. So lam is a Jussive particle. Li, la, lam, lamma, in, wal, and fal. So this is one of the Jussive particles. So it was yalidu. It became yalid majzoom because of the Jussive particle lam. Wa lam yulad. So this also become majzoom. Yulad.
Yeah.
Okay. So because of lam. Okay. So
Yes.
he begets not, nor is he begotten. That is the meaning. Okay,
Yes.
next is alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Now tell me what is happening, which is the Jussive particle in this ayah?
لم نجعل, because
Very
the
good.
hamza is of questioning there. Alam.
Very good. Mashallah. Naj'alu became naj'al because of the particle lam. Can someone try to translate this? Lam naj'al. Lam is did not. Okay,
We
did not.
create, make to eyes.
Lam naj'al. There's a question word, right?
Didn't we? Yeah, didn't
Very
we do?
good. Very good. Mashallah. Very good. Have we not? Naj'al is we, right? So have we not made lahu is for him, aynain, that is a pair of eyes. Okay?
Yeah, 2 eyes, yeah.
Very good. Alam ta'lam anna Allah ya'lam. So now tell me what is happening. What are the jussive particles?
لم يعلم.
Very good. Because of lam, what was it before?
تعلم. أنت
Ta'lamu. Very
تعلم.
good.
ألم.
Very good. Lam ta'lam, mashallah. So this is alima ya'lamu, to know. Can you try to translate this? Lam ta'lam. What is the meaning? So not
Don't
forget
you
about
know that?
Hmm.
Don't you know
Very good. What? Anna Allah
that Allah knows?
ya'lamu. Very good. Mashallah. So happy. So lam ta'lam, right? Did you not know? Anna Allah, that Allah ya'lamu, knows. Okay?
Yes.
Good job. Note that the table format for lam, lamma, and iln is the same as for li, that is should, and la, that is do not or should not, in lesson 4 and 5. Remember that the evident sukoon is seen on the singular, third person masculine and feminine, and also on the singular and plural first persons, like yaf'al, yaf'alu becomes yaf'al, taf'alu becomes taf'al, af'alu becomes af'al. And the absence of the noon for all the forms except feminine plural indicate a sukoon. Okay, the noon will not drop for third person feminine plural and second person feminine plural. Now comes lamma. Lamma has two meanings. The first one is when lamma is followed by the mudare, present or future tense, it means not yet. Remember, lamma followed by the mudare, the meaning is not yet. Okay? Like for example, we have وَآخَرِينَ مِنْهُمْ لَمَّا يَلْحَقُوا بِهِمْ. So now, which is the jussive particle in this ayah? Which is the
لما يلحقوا.
Very good. What was yalhaqu before?
يلحقون.
MashaAllah. Very good. So what happened because of lamma? The noon dropped because of lamma, because lamma is a jussive particle. So it became lamma yalhaqu. Okay? And وَآخَرِينَ minhum, one of them who have not yet joined, lamma yalhaqu, not yet joined, bihim,
Yet.
them.
Yes.
Okay? So lamma yalhaqu. And the translation when the lamma is followed by the mudare is not yet. You can see it is not yet. We have not yet joined. وَلَمَّا يَدْخُلُ وَلَمَّا يَدْخُلِ الْإِيمَانُ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ. Now tell me what is happening here in this ayah. Which is the jussive particle?
لما يدخل.
Okay, so what is happening here? What is it making the mudare? Why is there
لما
kasra?
because of Elif Lam.
Too
The
much,
meaning of the sukoons.
much can't meet, then it takes kasra with a
Very
leaf.
good, mashallah.
Yadkhuli.
So it is actually yadkhul with a sukoon on it, but in Arabic, no two sukoon can come together. So to join it with al-imanu, there's a temporary kasra here. Okay, it's actually yadkhul, it's a majzoom form. Why is it majzoom? Because of the jussive particle lamma. And lamma followed by mudare, then the meaning is not yet. The belief has not yet entered your hearts. Clear, everyone? And then we have وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنْكُمْ. Again, which is the jussive particle here? Lamma is a jussive particle. Same, it becomes majzoom ya'lam, and there's a temporary kasra to join it with Allahu. So it's وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنْكُمْ. Allah has not yet seen those who strive amongst you. In the last two examples, the verbs ending with a kasra instead of a sukoon, because yeah, in the last two examples, the verbs end with a sukoon instead of a in the last two examples, the verbs end with a kasra instead of a sukoon, because the last letter of the verb must be connected with the following letter with a sukoon. That is the temporary kasra. The general rule in such cases is that the sukun is changed into a kasra, and there are exceptions. Okay. Now, next comes the point B. When lamma is followed in the... What do you want? I'm giving, wait. Give me 1 second, I'll be back.
Okay.
Can I still laptop open?
Časome i kako se. No kam da. Sem si, pastaj.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, at some work.
No problem.
It's difficult when kids are home. Okay. Yeah. Now we have when lamma is followed by the madi past tense, it means when. Okay. What is the meaning of lamma when it is followed by mudare? What will be the meaning? Lamma followed by mudare. We just learned.
Not yet.
Not yet. Very good.
Not
Lamma
yet, not
followed
yet,
by
yes.
mudare is not yet, but lamma followed by madi is when. Okay, that's why lamma has two meaning. When it is followed by mudare, it is not yet, and if it is followed by madi, it means when. And it has no effect on the i'rab of the past tense, madi, right? It will not change anything, the i'rab of the madi. Only mudare changes. Falamma wada'atha. So when she delivered it. So what is just a word here? Just a particle? Lamma. Very good. Lamma is the word. Lamma is the word, and wada'atha. This is madi. This is not mudare. Okay. So lamma followed by madi, the meaning is when. And how do you know if it is madi or mudare? We have already learned the charts, right? Like it is sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, yasma'u, yasma'ani, yasma'una is mudare. So wada'atha. So what is this wada'atha? Is it huwa, huma, hum, or what is it?
هما
Wada'at, wada'a, wada'a, wada'u, wada'at. What is it?
هي
Hiya, right? So when she delivered it. Okay. Next we have falamma fasala ta'alutu bil junudi. Which is the Jussive particle here?
لما
Lamma, very good. And lamma is followed by madi, fasala. So the meaning would be when. Okay, so lamma followed by madi, the meaning is when. Lamma followed by mudare, the meaning is not yet. So when Talut set forth with his armies. Okay,
When
and
it follows Madi, it doesn't
yeah,
take it is not majzum, mansub,
no, madi, it will
fasalla.
not, no change for
Stay
the
as it is.
madi. Only the mudare
Okay.
will change, not the madi. That's why they are taking this example. Okay.
Okay.
Falamma ra'a shamsa, when he saw the sun. Falamma followed by the madi. That's why the meaning of lamma is when. And if there was mudare, then it would have been not yet, and that will make the mudare majzum. For madi, no change. He saw the sun. Clear, everyone? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay, so that was about li, la, lamma, in, wal, and fal. And in meaning if is placed in the beginning of a conditional sentence. Okay, generally followed by two mudare verbs, both ending with a sukun. Okay, and in followed by mudare, it makes the mudare majzum because it's a Jussive particle. And we have, if there are two mudares followed, like if it has after in, if you have two mudare, both mudare will become majzum because of in. You got it? For example, we have وَإِن تَشْكُرُوا يَرْضَهُ لَكُمْ. If you are grateful, he is pleased with you. So here, tashkuru, what is happening to tashkuru and which is a Jussive particle here? Can someone tell me?
in is the Jussive particle. Tashkuruna is becoming tashkuru.
Very good. And what about yardahu? Okay, so this is
It's
yarda.
mudaf.
Yardahu. Okay, we are going to learn the weak verbs later. For now, yarda, it was the ya is dropped here. Okay, we are going to learn the weak verbs in our next, in the future lessons. For now, because of in, it makes both the mudare mansub. If you are grateful, then he is pleased with you. So before moving to the in part, let me explain more about in. Okay, what exactly it does. Okay, so there are these Jussive particles are divided into two categories. The first one is simple Jussive particle. These they are four, and these four particles which act on the mudare that change the mudare into majzum. They are li, la, lamma, and lam. Li, la, lam, and lamma. Li is you all know, and la and lamma and lam. The particles lam and lamma, these are the negative particles. Okay, lam and lamma, they share certain features in common. That is, they show distinction of tense, and they must immediately precede the verb. Okay, and lam comes only with mudare and changes the mudare into madi. Okay, and we have that both is the word in also use as a particle for, and we have one more example for lam is lam yakhirru alayha summan wa umyanan. So because of lam yakhirruna, the noon drops, and lamma is not yet or have not yet. This is also a negation particle, and like for example, lamma yadkhul, he has not yet entered. And lamma comes with both madi and mudare, but no effect on the madi, only it makes the mudare majzoom. On the other hand, lamma refers to the action started in the past and not completed, but understood as lasting in the results of or consequences. And lamma has two meanings. When lamma is followed by the mudare, it means not yet, and lamma followed by the madi is when. Now, second type is the doubling acting, that is double acting, the conditional or jussive words. These include particles and nouns. They can act on two different mudare, changing their moods into jussive. But they can act on other words too. If, in is if in English. So, this is placed in the beginning of a conditional sentence, and generally it is followed by two mudare. It makes both the mudare majzoom. Okay? So, this is like Huruf Jazimah. If it is placed in the beginning of a conditional sentence, it is followed by two mudare. Like وَإِن تَعُودُ نَعُودُ. So in, and you have two mudare here, and both the mudare are majzoom because of the jussive particle in. But if ta'udu, you return, it was ta'uduna, the noon drops, na'ud, we will return to na'ud. It's in the bag, plastic bag, plastic. Take both the bags. Did you get it? Okay, and in comes in 4 ways. In with Huruf Jazimah makes the mudare majzoom, and in, if it is followed by illa, this comes as negation. There is no change to mudare. And in, if it is followed with illa, sometimes as negation, but no change to the mudare. And inna, predicate, noun or preposition, are always preceded with a lam. We'll take the examples, you'll understand, inshallah. And jussive without particle. So sometimes this happens in conditional sentences that are command or interrogation. Here the imperative verb amar is preceded or suppressed. Sometimes in is not shown in the picture, like, but still you have the mudare majzoom. Sometimes you might feel why the mudare is majzoom. That is because there is a hidden in the verb. So we have in ta'udu na'ud. If you return to the attack, so shall we. So let's take the examples. Can you tell me what are the mudare and what is the jussive particle here?
In is the jussive particle. Ta'udu is ta'uduna, noon drops because of the jussive state.
Okay.
And this is na'udu. Na'udu. And it's jussive, na'ud.
Very good, mashallah. وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ. So what is the jussive particle and what are the mudare that are majzoom? وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ.
In is the jussive particle. Tuti is the first mudare. Tuti o it should be.
Mashallah, yeah. And there's one more, like it doesn't have to be next to each other. See, in this ayah, two mudares are next to each other. Ta'udu, na'ud, right? And both are majzoom. But in this ayah, you have one mudare here and the other mudare is all the way here. After al-ardu, yudilluka. It was actually yudillunaka. It was yudilluna, like yaf'aluna, it was yudilluna. Okay, so because of in, both the mudare are majzoom. It's a conditional particle. If you do this, then this will happen. It's a conditional sentence, right? If you study, you will pass, right? If you don't study, you will fail, right? So in, it has effect on multiple mudare that makes the mudare majzoom. وَإِن تَعْدِلْ كُلَّ عَدْلٍ لَا يُؤْخَذْ مِنْهَا. Now, which are the mudari that is becoming majzoom because of in?
تعدل.
Very good. Ta'dil. Okay.
يؤخذ.
يؤخذ.
Okay. No. Yukhaz, is it becoming because of in? What is it?
La,
What is before?
it's becoming
La,
because of la.
Yeah. Yes. So don't forget the
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's la yukhad, right? If any soul offers every ransom, then none will be accepted. Okay. So so this la is actually simple negation, because if you look at the translation, la, if it was a Jussive, what would be the meaning of la?
Don't.
Don't or should not, right?
Should not.
But here it's not the case. It's none will be accepted. Like, you know, it's a simple negation. But this yu'khaz is becoming majzoom because of what?
In.
Because
Anything like that. Okay. So if any soul offers every ransom, none will be accepted. And in the following examples, the imperative verb is preceded or suppressed. I mean, sometimes you see in the ayah that the mudari is majzoom, okay, but there's no in or anything before it. So here it says that the in is hidden here, okay. And how you know that if in is hidden is if there is a fi'l amr before it, that will make the mudari majzoom, okay. Like we have وأدخل يدك في جيبك وأدخل يدك في جيبك تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء. Now put your hand into your chest and it will come forth white without harm. So now tell me which are the mudari that is becoming majzoom
أدخل.
in this ayah. Okay, very good.
تخرج.
أدخل and
is Amar.
تخرج. Very good. Very good. تخرج is not amr.
أدخل.
No. Okay.
أدخل.
Adkhil is amr. Yes. Very good. So this adkhil we are going to learn in our future lesson. For now, just remember that this adkhil is the fi'l amr. Okay, because if you look at the translation, now put your hand. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding Musa alayhi salam, right here, to put his hand into his chest, right? So now put your hand into your chest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding Musa alayhi salam adkhil. Okay, so because of this, what is happening? Because of this, takhruju, the mudari is becoming majzoom. Takhruj. Okay? Instead of takhruju, it became takhruj. Next, we have ta'alaw yastaghfir lahum rasulullah. So, which is the mudari that is majzoom? As for you. Like, which is the mudari?
تعالوا. تعالوا is the first one.
Ta'alaw, it's actually a command again. So you must remember, if there is a command, then followed by the mudari, that mudari will be majzoom. Okay? Like adkhil was a command. Then takhruj was the majzoom part. Ta'alaw is a command. Why? Because look at the translation. Ta'alaw is come. Okay? Yastaghfir lakum rasulullah. The messenger of Allah will pray for you. Come is the command here. Then yastaghfir lakum. The messenger of Allah will pray for you. Okay, so yastaghfir is the mudari majzoom and ta'alaw is the command. Next we have fata'alayna umatti'kunna wa usarrihkunna. Same, then come. Okay, fata'alayni, this is the amr, because of which umatti'kunna. So it was umatti'u. The ayn was having a dhamma. Because of the amr, this is the fi'al amr or command or hidden in, the mudari becomes majzoom. Umatti'ukunna becomes umatti'kunna. And this was usarrihukunna. It became usarrihkunna. Then come, I will provide for you your enjoyment and set you free. Is it clear, everyone? Don't worry about it. We are going to learn in detail about this conditional particle in our future lessons as well. For now, just remember why the mudari becomes majzoom. You should know li, la, lam, lamma in wal and fal. Okay, and that's it. You just have to remember. قل تعالوا أتلوا ما حرم ربكم عليكم. قل is say. تعالوا is again the command. Come. Atlu, I will rehearse what Allah has really prohibited you from. So here, ta'alaw is the fi'l amr, okay? Like ta'ala, in our previous example, we had ta'alaw, ta'alayni, right? So ta'alaw is an amar again. Atlu is fi'l mudari, which is majzoom. This is again the Jussive particle. This is the weak verb we are going to learn in our future lesson. This was the dropping of the alif, waw, or ya. That means it is mudari majzoom. So this was actually atlu with a waw. Okay. And because it is majzoom, the waw drops. For now, just remember, if you want to know the weak verbs, how they become majzoom is, if anything, so it was atlu with a waw. The waw drops here because it is mudari majzoom, atlu. Then we have Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadidan. So now we have, O you who believe, fear Allah. And then it qulu. All actually the future lessons, inshallah, we are going to learn. Like for now, just remember that use this. So because of like fear Allah, that is a command. Because of that, we have yuslih, conduct, whole, and sound, and okay. Yuslih, zoom, and yaghfir. These two are zoom. Because of the yuslih and yaghfir are the command. Is it clear, everyone? Have to remember the Jussive particles that are making. Alhamdulillah.